Beneath the waves we know lies a world no light can touch, a place older than mountains, colder than outer space, and more alien than imagination allows. When you fall past the last shimmer of sunlight, the ocean becomes less a landscape and more a waiting mouth. You don't descend smoothly, you sink through silence, swallowed by the planet's darkest heartbeat. At first, the water around you glows faintly blue, then fades into pitch. Your heartbeat grows louder, echoing through your skull as pressure begins its slow crush. Every breath feels borrowed, every movement heavier, more deliberate. The ocean floor is still thousands of meters below, but already it feels alive. As you sink past the continental shelf, gravity and pressure strike a silent pact against you. The weight of millions of tons of seawater squeezes from all sides, bones, lungs, even thoughts begin to feel compacted. Here, the ocean doesn't roar, it whispers in low frequencies that your body can feel but never quite hear. Sunlight vanishes completely around 3,000 meters down, replaced by a void so thick it feels tangible. Tiny creatures drift past, flashing eerie bioluminescent codes to one another, cold messages in a watery graveyard. The temperature plunges, dropping close to freezing, but colder still is the realization that no light will ever follow you here. Your descent carries you into the midnight zone, a realm few eyes have known. Glowing eyes peer back, suspended in darkness like scattered stars on an inverted sky. Each flicker might be life or reflection, or perhaps something that only mimics both. The pressure now exceeds the strength of steel hulls. Human lungs would collapse, blood cells crushed under tens of thousands of pounds per square inch. Without protection, the body becomes fragile glass, ready to shatter in the stillness of the deep. Even with technology shielding you, every creak of metal, every pop of a pressure joint feels like a ticking clock. Each sound reminds you that below, the earth takes what it wants back in silence. Down here, human ingenuity is a faint breath against eternity. Between 6 and 10,000 meters, the ocean turns into a slow eternity. Your mind can't sense distance anymore, up and down disappear. Disorientation becomes constant, and your compass spins in lazy confusion as if magnetism itself has drowned. There, faint lights blink in impossible patterns. Some are life forms, others are phenomena still unnamed, microstorms of charged particles swirling like spirits. The ocean becomes an electrical cathedral, where even dead matter hums faintly with submerged static. Approaching the abyssal plain, the last layer before the trenches, the ground comes into view, a strange silted desert littered with fragments of time. The remains of whales, rusted ship husks, fallen satellites, all buried beneath drifting marine snow. Here, the planet's forgotten stories gather quietly. If you touched the seafloor, it wouldn't feel solid. Your hand would sink into fine sediment packed like lunar dust. The pressure resists every movement, giving the illusion that the Earth itself is pushing back. The temperature here hovers barely above freezing, yet geothermal vents puncture the dark with fiery breath. These vents release scalding plumes, black smokers, creating entire ecosystems that thrive in what should be death. Life, it seems, rewrote its rules long before we arrived to learn them. Around the vents, alien-looking creatures drift, their bodies translucent, their blood based on metals we barely recognize. They survive on chemistry instead of light, turning poison into energy. Nature down here plays alchemy, fusing survival with the impossible. If a human were to walk here, protected or not, they would find gravity meaning little. The silt moves in slow motion, clouds drifting eons before settling. Each footstep would vanish instantly, as if time itself refuses to remember it. Every once in a decade, the silence breaks. Seismic tremors ripple through the abyss, shaking ancient structures, releasing methane in ghostly bubbles. The sea flattens the sound, turning violence into muted rumble, as if the world itself muffles its own screams. There are trenches still deeper, like the Mariana, a crevice that cuts nearly 11,000 meters down, colder than belief, blacker than oblivion. If you fall into that trench, the descent doesn't end. Gravity pulls without mercy until you reach Earth's most secret pressure chamber. Inside the trench, the walls rise like cathedral facades built by geology's slow hand. Organic shadows cling to its surface, massive amphipods, elusive barbels of unclassified species. Each movement suggests scale beyond sense, life evolved for concealment. Communication dies this deep. No radio wave, no light pulse dares through this density. Only low-frequency hums drift between the walls, some seismic, some possibly not. Some say the ocean has a voice, one that utters in wavelengths our instruments barely detect. Even modern explorers whisper of strange metallic echoes from the trench floor, rhythms resembling patterns, too structured for coincidence. The sea might be holding records of this world's deep time symphony, a score only pressure and rock can play. And then, the strange happens, the sediments stir as though breathing. Shapes shift beneath the particles, rising then disappearing again. You realize that in all this darkness, you could be standing on something alive. Down here, the boundary between life and geology dissolves. Entire mountain ranges breathe thermal vapor, while microbial mats glow faintly around unseen movements. The ocean floor isn't a grave, it's a waiting organism. The body, if left unprotected, becomes sculpture, crushed, preserved, and embraced by microbes designed to recycle even bone into dust. Yet, no scavenger here feasts hastily. Every decay happens in slow ritual, as though time itself pauses. Untouched camera once recovered from the trench showed a flicker, an impossible shadow passing across the lens. It was no current, no debris field, but movement far too deliberate. Scientists claim it was artifact interference, those who saw it, aren't convinced. The abyssal currents shift endlessly, reorganizing sediment like veins feeding a giant organ. Perhaps the seafloor is not dead rock but dynamic tissue, pulsing with mineral life, connected to Earth's molten heart. The immense pressure alters perception, hallucinations surface in the quiet. Some divers report hearing voices, a deep, calm resonance calling from below. Whether it's the mind breaking or something beckoning, remains unanswered. Even technology falters, cameras stall, sensors glitch, memory cards corrupt. It's as if the ocean rejects observation. To fall here is to trespass on something primal that never wanted to be seen. Body's last sensations are paradoxical peace, a calm enforced by sheer compression. Vision narrows, sound warps into deep lullaby. The water doesn't drown you, it claims you through crushing silence. If the body reaches the seafloor intact, it will not decompose quickly. Bacteria work at glacial pace, bones turning into part of the landscape. Within decades, it becomes indistinguishable from coral sediment, a new formation born of surrender. From the surface, that place is beyond sight, beyond radar, beyond rescue. Satellites may map it, but no signal carries its essence. The abyss hides truth not in the unknown, but in what it unlearns about us. Every centimeter of the seabed tells a timeline, plates colliding, civilizations falling, oceans rearranging themselves. To fall there is to fall through history itself, until only the Earth's slow breath remains. Perhaps that's the secret, Earth's deepest trenches are not simply depressions, they're intakes, the lungs of a living planet. If you fall, you are inhaled, dissolved into the long respiration of the Earth below. The thought alone chills explorers, how much of what we call disappearance is simply absorption into Earth's own memory. The ocean does not lose, it archives. Every fall, every wreck, meticulously filed in pressure and dark. So if you ever look at the sea and feel that subtle pull, a whisper, a fascination, it might be something older calling back. The same force that shaped our planet inviting us to return to the origin, quietly, eternally. To fall to the ocean floor isn't to meet an ending, but to begin a transition. The deep takes your matter and trades it into the current of creation, slowly, forever. You become one grain in a buried cosmos. In the end, the darkest place on Earth is not a void, it's a womb of pressure, warmth, and endless patience. The ocean floor isn't waiting to kill, it's waiting to remember you.